bestie, welcome back to my channel. It's your favorite Southern Psychic, Lele in the building. And today we got another reading, so go ahead and get your drinkity drink, go get your snackety snack, and let's get it poppin'. Before we get into the reading, I do want to make mention, I just started a second channel, and it's called The Motor Mouth Mystic, okay? So if you know me, like, I talk a lot. I talk fast, right? And so this is going to be a channel just specifically for, like, just these brainstorming ideas that I have, okay, in regards to, like, spirituality, spiritual concepts, and, like, manifestation and things like that. So if you want to join the club over there, I'll have that information down below. I haven't posted there yet, but I have a whole list of like ideas that I want to share there, okay? So that's going to be more of a channel of like unraveling ideas and just kind of getting into my mind and letting like all of my intrinsic ideas kind of like be out in the open kind of thing, okay? So anyways, that information will be down below. Topic of discussion today, y'all, is people are seeing this whole other side of you, okay? And like people have tried to keep you silent. They've tried to make you like kind of just like get in a box is what I'm hearing. And I'm definitely feeling in regards to like relationships and things like that. Like I am hearing like right now you might be at a crossroads with certain people in your life. Maybe you've known them for a while, but it's like they don't really know you. Like even though it feels like, you know, you've known them for a long time, you know what I'm saying? Like they've been in your soul tribe for a while, but like they don't really know the full depth of who you are. And you are an individual, you're very much liminal. Like there are so many multifacets about you is what I'm hearing. And so we do live in a society where people want things to be compartmentalized is what I'm hearing. And like you're kind of breaking out of that right now. Like you're starting to tap in more into like a alternative expression is what I just heard. Okay, so there's this new expression that's wanting to be birthed from you is what I'm hearing. And it's making some people uncomfortable. Now, with this uncomfortability, this is the reason why you kind of masked a lot in your relationships, right? You kind of just showed people what they wanted to see is what I'm hearing. And now it's like your energy is wanting freedom and liberation. It wants to express more. It wants to connect deeper is what I'm hearing. And so you have some people, like I said, who have known you for a while. They're starting to see this whole other side of you that they were not aware of. And maybe you did try to kind of leak this other part of yourself to them before, and you notice their like emotional response to it, or just like feeling overwhelmed by your energy is what I'm hearing. Okay, so you do have this very much intense spirit, like I said, that wants to express. You're very much multifaceted. You're not just one thing. You're not just one like political category. You're not just one, let's say, race or whatever it is. Like there's something about your energy. You're very eclectic in your essence, and it feels like there have been parts of yourself that you have not gotten to tap into due to ridicule from other people. And so now you're kind of in the process of like, you've been processing a lot of emotions is what I'm hearing, and you're starting to realize that some people that you thought that you knew, it's like you're kind of like a stranger to them. Like you're starting to realize like you don't really relate to them as deeply as you thought you did, right? And so through this process, it can be kind of scary, especially like if these are individuals that like, you know, they've been kind of either a ride or die, or like they've been there. But like I said, like there's like this layer that's being lifted, okay, of your identity is what I'm hearing. And so some people, I don't think they're gonna be making the cut. Like you're starting to have this revelation, like I don't really know you and you don't really know me. Because anytime you would try to express this other truth, this part of yourself, it's like they would either get quiet or they would act weird, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what it's feeling like. And so now I'm hearing that song by Chris Brown, "It's Never a Right Time to Say Goodbye." Okay, so that's what it's given. Like I definitely feel like you're in the process of like ripping the band-aid off in relationships and deciding to kind of go your own way and kind of pave your own path. And I know it can be scary as it's like you're entering a new identity is what I'm hearing here, okay? And so now this is the time period where you don't let other people make you quiet or make you feel weird for being yourself. Definitely feel kind of neurodivergent, just like this quirky energy, right? But it's very beautiful. It's expressive. It's you coming back to your inner child, the true nature of yourself, okay? And so definitely don't let people make you feel weird for your quirks. I definitely feel like you're in the process of like unmasking, okay? So whenever you mask, it's like you're kind of putting on a facade, and like the facade is starting to be ripped away of who you truly are is what I'm hearing here, okay? And so like you cannot be tamed. This is the energy coming through. Like spirit wants you to tap into this wild nature of yourself, right? Allow yourself to like be blunt. Allow yourself to like, you know, speak from the heart, speak your truth, right? And if it makes people uncomfortable, that's a them problem, boo. That is not a you problem. And people try to make it your problem, right? Just because they feel uncomfortable with your power, your intensity, okay? So definitely, you know, as long as you're not like actually hurting anybody when you're being honest or truthful or just like really expressing your authenticity, there's nothing wrong with it, right? And some people get it twisted and they try to make you feel like you're the bad guy, you're the odd duck, right? But the truth is that they're the weird ones, right? They're the weird ones because they want to just keep up with this facade is what I'm hearing. And so, yeah, you're ripping off this facade. facade. All right. And so through this energy process, like I said, it's feeling like, you're finally, you're done caring what people are thinking about this true you, who you really are. Okay. We do have sipping coming through. It says nosy, spreading rumors and gossiping, right? And I feel like this is the reason why you kind of stayed low-key with your power, because like anytime you would step up to the plate in this bolder way, like you had people who would sit there and talk about it, be like, oh, she thinks she's a hot SHIT, or you know what I'm saying? Like just because they were intimidated by your power, okay? And so we do have this energy of the red flag coming through, warning signs, take heed, and risky situations coming through. So this is something that in the past you were looking over, were certain red flags and dynamics and situations with people. I'm also hearing gaslighting people, like people who are gaslighting you in a sense of like, like they would say that they were joking, right? But then like you start to realize that there's actually truth behind the jokes that they said, okay? Definitely in regards to, it could be love partnerships and stuff like that, right? And it's like whenever you would confront them, they'd be all like, oh, you're just crazy. Oh, I didn't really mean it like that. But they did, okay? Another message I'm feeling here as well coming through, because we do have the kinky ways. This is fantasies and fetishes, okay, and looking to explore kind of energy. When I saw this card and we have light bulb moment, this is realizing like some people are like, it's almost like they have this fantasy of who you are, or like idolize a version of you that's not even real, right? It's almost like somebody's put you on a pedestal as something, right? As like, it's almost like they like viewed you as perfect just because you were portraying this perfection, or portraying, like I said, masking, okay? And so now you've realized like that these people, like not only were they, it's almost like they're like putting this facade of who you were onto you, right? And like they kind of like looked at you with these rose-colored glasses. And the moment that you finally started to leak truth, or started to like, it's like you broke out of the mold, you're breaking out of the mold, and it's like you're beautifully weird is what I'm hearing. And so like you're realizing like they only wanted that part of you that was quote unquote perfect or whatever, and like you're breaking out of that and you're allowing yourself to be comfortable in your own skin finally, right? And so now they're starting to notice and I'm hearing take heed, like, oh, you're not who you projected to be. And yeah, I know, especially when you're neurodivergent, like sometimes like you do it out of survival, right? That's what I'm hearing. You did it out of survival, but now Spirit's saying it's safe for you to unmask. And people who can't handle you through this unmasking process that you're going through, honey, it's okay. They were, they were here. I was seeing like you in a boat with some people, okay? And you're traveling, and then you get to the shore and you get on the dock, and it's like they don't go with you on this next level is what I'm hearing, because you're about to like make big waves. And whatever it is, it just feels like you're stepping into this new authenticity is what I'm hearing. And the real ones are going to come with you, okay? But certain people are not going to be able to get off the boat with you is what I'm hearing. And so you're having this light bulb moment about this process, about people's intentions. Like I said, people either like romanticize you and they didn't really like, it's like they wanted you're beautiful, but they didn't want you're ugly is what I'm hearing. And so you're coming to acceptance of like that which makes you quote unquote ugly or like imperfect, right? And the thing is that the thing that's quote unquote ugly or imperfect is actually the thing that's really beautiful about you, okay? And so now I'm seeing this energy come through, like now that the real you is starting to shine, like there are certain people who are going to be attracted to you, okay? People who are actually on the same vibe as you, okay? And so as these people like fall away is what I'm hearing, like just trust this process. Like I said, it's never the right time to say goodbye, but boo, you can't stay in a box. You can't stay, wearing that mask, because the mask can become like suffocating, right? And so like you're letting go of the mask because you're tired of feeling suffocated, okay? I feel like a release. You're going through a release process, okay? So we have the Seven of Pentacles coming through. Like I said, like I'm hearing this energy coming through, like you have unfinished business with yourself and your destiny, right? And it stayed stagnant because, like I said, you settled in some sort of narrative with people to make them comfortable. And through that, it made you very much uncomfortable, feeling exhausted, feeling like it's almost like you were just feeling just exhausted and burned out, because it's like you're trying to keep up with this kind of like facade is what I'm hearing here. Like I said, you cannot be tamed. And it's almost like there's this like wild animal inside of you, this werewolf that's like starting to emerge, right? And like it can't take it anymore. It's like this part of your shadow is what I'm hearing here, okay? So we also have the Chariot coming through. We also have the Ten of Swords, and we have the High Priestess, okay? The Ten of Swords is like you're turning your back on that old identity finally. You're being honest with yourself, especially with the High Priestess. Like it's time to say goodbye, whether it's a job, whatever it is, or just a way of thinking or a way of approaching people, right? It's like this reintroduction of you is what I'm hearing here, okay? And yeah, some people are gonna be a little bit confused. They're gonna be like, you're not as calm and collected as I thought you were. You a little bit, on the cuckoo side, you know what I'm saying? But there's nothing wrong with that, because it's like this creative, chaotic genius that you really are, okay? So Spirit wants you to trust the process and get in the flow of this, okay? On the bottom of the deck, we do have Justice coming through. Look, the two sides of you. It's like the emergence of the shadow is what I'm hearing, and you're starting to reveal to people the truth of who you are, okay? Because things were out of balance. Like I'm seeing the scales. Things were out of balance where you were like feeding too much in this one identity. But boo, like I said, like you're multifaceted often. There's other things about you. Like there's other, it's almost like different personalities within yourself, right? Like maybe you're a creative person as well. It could be as well. Okay. We have the Fool coming through. We have the Star. Yes. And we have the Two of Cups. Yes, exactly. And we have the Sun right underneath that. So this is definitely showing like, look at this energy coming through. Spirit's saying, like, it's time for you to take a chance on yourself and know that, like, this is the right path for you, okay, with the Star and the Full energy and the Two of Cups and the Sun. So that's definitely a vibe coming through of, like, continue to shine your light and the right connections will find you. It definitely feels like this is going to be a time period, especially if you did walk away from, like, a connection or, like, an old soul tribe, whatever it was, like, your light shining and radiating and being your authentic self, you're going to realize that other people want to see you. Other people want to feel your energy. They want to get to know you is what I'm hearing here, okay? And so you're not alone, even though in this process of purging and like releasing connections, right, walking away, like it's gonna feel a little bit lonely, but like you're getting more in tune with your authenticity is what I'm hearing here, okay? So just trust this process. And I am hearing like those who are meant to stay with you, like they'll be understanding of this healing journey that you're going through, okay? They'll actually, you know, pay attention, they'll hear you, they'll listen to you, okay? So this is nothing to be forced is what I'm hearing, okay, upon others. All right, I'm definitely hearing like people are starting to learn how to like your energy, they feel like it's like overwhelming or like they can't digest it, but it's just because you're such an old deep soul is what I'm hearing here, okay? And so like some people gonna have to learn how to chew, period. All right, so let's get a pop and see some more. But yeah, you're starting to have this revelation, like, you know, you can't like keep your truth quiet anymore. You can't keep your shadow quiet anymore, okay? The Devil in the reversal. Wow. Yes, this is releasing limiting beliefs. Exactly. You're realizing like these were limiting beliefs, this belief that you had to be something to fit in, or you had to do a little tap dance to make people feel comfortable around you. Like you're done tap dancing around people is what I'm hearing here, okay? So with the Devil in the reversal, that's beautiful. You're finally listening to your intuition. You're setting the captives free. You're setting yourself free, okay? And yeah, it's like ripping that Band-Aid off is what I'm hearing here. But then you realize once you rip the Band-Aid off, it's like you were covering a wound is what I'm hearing, okay? It was like some sort of like subconscious wound from your upbringing, okay? And then whenever you finally rip the Band-Aid off, like the most painful part is just ripping it off, and then you realize that it's fully healed. You are fully healed. You are whole the way that you are, okay? Wow. Look, the Three of Cups. Yes, the Three of Cups in the building. Celebration, friendship, collaboration, creativity. Look, this is about your creative expression, right? Whenever you limit yourself in expressing your truth, right, and unmasking, you finally like set yourself free and you set other people free is what I'm hearing. And like I said, it's giving the vibes of like the right connections are going to be finding you. Friendships, okay? Deeper relationships, okay? Not superficial things. Coming back to the energy of the kinky ways, it definitely feels like I said, like people were like, okay, you found yourself in connections with people where it wasn't that deep and you thought that you had a deep connection with these people, and then like the moment that you actually started to like, let's say, talk about deeper topics, deeper subjects or something like that, it's almost like they got like this I call it the what do you call the fluoride stare, right? Like people who drink too much tap water, you know what I'm saying? No hate to y'all, but I'm just saying the fluoride stare is what I call it, okay? NPC people, okay, who are not aware of things, right? And so like you're realizing, like you're noticing the glaze in certain people's eyes, you know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like they're possessed by like there's nothing there, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm hearing. And so like this is a season where you finally like start, I'm hearing connect online with people as well, like to find people who are also awake, who are aware of things, okay? The Six of Wands. Yes, look, I'm telling you, boo, this is like the moment that like you wonder, why did I stay quiet for so long? Why did I settle these relationships or these dynamics for so long where you were limiting your expression, right? This is the season of full expression. You're going to be successful. It definitely feels like going to be a time period of celebration, okay? And I'm also hearing like people say thank you for being honest. Thank you for allowing yourself to be seen so we can also see you for your beauty, okay? It definitely feels like this season, like Spirit's saying, like, awaken to your beauty, okay? The Six of Swords in the reversal, okay? And it says personal transition, resistance to change, unfinished business, and emotional baggage, okay? This is the retrieval of the inner child is what I'm hearing here, okay? The retrieval of the inner child with the Six of Swords in the reversal and the Six of Wands in the upright, right? You're becoming successful. It's like, it's almost like you've done this like soul retrieval is what I'm hearing, okay? With your identity, okay? No longer fragmenting your identity in just one area. It's like you were all of it. You were good, you were bad, you were beautiful, you were the ugly. Like we are everything. We are the duality of life, of everything, right? And whenever you're finally accepting of that, like saying there's nothing wrong with who I am, You are free to express yourself. You're free to be yourself is what I'm hearing here, boo. Oh, this is such a healing message. Bottom of the deck, we have the Magician, and we have the Emperor in the reversal, and the Queen of Swords, period. And the Page of Cups. Okay, so this energy coming through, like, it definitely feels like people who try to be controlling masculine energies, definitely giving, like, patriarchy kind of energy, you know what I'm saying? Like, that has tried to suppress your inner wild nature. I'm saying, like, the wild woman of Wonderland kind of ish. This is what I just heard. Okay, a wild woman or a wild man, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, the wild beast within that has woken up and it cannot be tamed. Okay, so this is a time period to like embody the chaotic creative process. It's like this creative chaotic process that's alchemizing within you. Okay, and it's starting to emerge. Okay, so through this process, like you're taking the power back with the Magician energy. Okay, as the Queen of Swords, putting this Emperor in the reversal in their place. Like, look, I know my identity. I have clear thinking. I am discerning. Right, that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing backlash. Yeah, you might get a little backlash from people who want. It's like in the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? Like the bots that want to sit there and make you just like fumble the ball or like second guess your vision, right? You got that starseed vision, period, okay? And so embrace your starseed vision. You have clarity of who you are. You know who you are now, okay? So don't let people who are in a toxic masculine place, it definitely feels like a domineering energy is what I'm hearing. Authority figures is what I'm hearing. Yeah, it's given like in the Matrix, like the domineering authority figures have tried to suppress your power. And the truth is that you are supposed to be a person of authority, okay? That's the reason why you question authority, boo, okay? That's what I'm hearing here, okay? So definitely this time period, you are taking the power back, okay? And the Page of Cups, I am definitely feeling this energy with the Page of Cups. This is the Piscean, like childlike nature that you're returning back to. And the Strength card, yes. Okay, look, the Six of Cups in the reversal. We have 666 energy coming through here, okay? So 666 is not, you know, satanic. It's all about the human body. It's about the beast. Like I said, the physical beast, the embracing of the fact that we are spirit and we are animal, okay? The combining of the two, okay? And so I am going to be talking about things like that on my other channel. I'm not going to get too deep on here, but it's definitely a retrieval of the inner child, okay? Reclaiming your voice is definitely the message for you, darling, okay? With the Strength card. So let's get it popping. Let's see some final advice, okay? Spirit, what final advice do you have for my spiritual baddies who are owning their power, not letting anybody get up in their business, okay? Or telling them who they are. Ooh. Choices is coming through. Okay, it says which way to go, what chances to take. Not making a choice is a choice to make. So you do have some choices that are on the horizon for you. Like I said, feeling like you're at a bit of a crossroads. Like, what, do I take the risk? Look at this imagery. Like, I made these cards, this artwork here. And so we have the horse, which represents the freedom, right? We have the little butterflies going, right? It represents freedom and expansion and travel, liberation. But then there's this energy of risk, okay? Listening to your intuition, right? And so Spirit wants you to, I'm definitely feeling like take the risk. Take the risk, boo. What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? Okay. Ooh, compensate. Confirmation. Yes, exactly. And air, look, you are a divine alchemist. You are a genius. This is what Spirit's showing me. You might be an air sign, but it says ideas are fluttering all around. Grab you a crayon and write them all down. Like I said, there's this like creative alchemy that's happening within you. It's kind of chaotic, and it's time for you to really put the pen to pad is what I'm hearing here. Start writing all of your ideas, no matter how crazy it might seem, even if it seems like, well, I don't know what I'm going to do with that, right? I do it all the time, honey. Like, I'm that way too. Like, I'm very creative, and like if I get a random idea, even for like a song lyric or like for a video idea, whatever it is, like I write it down. Like I got notepads all over my house, okay? So Spirit's definitely saying like start writing your ideas down, okay? And let's get one more. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold up. Yes. Okay. So we have gratitude coming through, and it says blinding lights are out of focus. All that's real is in this moment. Smell the flowers, breathe the air. Life is balanced. Life is fair. Okay, so it's coming back to focusing on what's important. Okay, that's what Spirit's showing me here. And we have imagination, inner child energy. It says Madame dreams in Technicolor, for even the roses can grow from the gutters. You are the rose that grew from the concrete. Remember that, okay? And you have the power in your imagination to make pigs fly, period. Okay, so whatever ideas you have, write them down. And like believe in yourself, believe in your beauty, your creative genius, period. Okay, bottom of the deck we do have the subconscious, so it is a time period of reprogramming your mind, okay, and taking back the power, taking the will back in your mental vision is what I'm hearing here as well. I'm hearing mental diet, okay, so definitely do some affirmation work and whatnot. Okay, so that's the reading I have for you, darling. I send you so much love and good luck. You got this. Until next time, you have a blessed, wonderful day. Ta-ta.